Mr. Insurance fourth, 2 lengths away to the little horse up the bid. He's in 5th position on the outside and Kugelhoff's on his inside. A length away to Exploder. Lawler's pulling very hard. Yaya Effendi's got over on the fence, running about 9th. A couple to Bar Hill, then Potestas, followed by Click on the inside of Harchi. New Chapters wide, and then Scooters, followed by Press and Wadawiro Goal. Fuji Bell's a long way back and deep, and then comes Narina, and that Dreamer's last of all. They're heading along to where they started, near the 1200 metres, and in New Guinea the pilot in the cup. 3 parts to Craigley Fame. On the fence, Just Macca. Up the bids in 4th position. Mr. Insurance is out 3 deep. A length and a half then to Kugelhoff. He's getting a lovely run. He's back on the inside of Exploder. Another length and a half to Lawler on the outside. Yaya Effendi's on the fence, and then Bar Hill Potestas. A length further back is Click, and then Harchi and Fuji Bella's deep, and then Scooters New Chapter, followed by Wadawiro Gull. Presses a long way from them from Narina, and that Dreamer's last of all. 700 metres left to go, and it's in New Guinea and Craigley Fane. 2 lengths up the bid. He's trying to chase after them. Then Just Macca. Here's Kugelhoff. He's away from the fence at the right time, and then comes Mr. Insurance, Lawler, Yaya Effendi and Bar Hill from Exploder as they turn into the straight, and up the bid's raced up on the outside at the 400. It's up the bid going to the lead from Craigley Fame. Kugelhoff will get the last crack at up the bid now, and then Bar Hill and Lawler coming to the 200. It's up the bid and Craigley Fame. Kugelhoff is joining in, and Bar Hill on the outside. Up the bid, Craigley Fame, Kugelhoff and Bar Hill. Up the bid, still the leader. Kugelhoff and Bar Hill coming in up the bid. Kugelhoff's grabbed the lead in the shadows of the post, and Kugelhoff won the cup from Bar Hill, and up the bid 4th, Craigley Fame. A big gap then, Yaya Effendi, followed by Fuji Bell, and then Lawler, Harchi, Exploder, Wadawiro Goal, Click, New Chapter, Narina, That Dream, Press, Scooters. Just Macca's a long way back, and then in New Guinea in a big gap on the field of Mr. Insurance and Potestas is last of all. The Iron Horse, he was too tough for them. He ran a place in this race last year. He ran in the Brisbane Cup. He's tough, he's solid, and he was able to win with a beautiful ride by John Powell. Beautiful ride. He put him to sleep on the fence. He left him there till they left the 600. Up the bid had to do all the bullocking work, and soon as he went, Powell got off the fence on Kugelhoff. He was always going to track up behind the top weight. He made his run in the straight. The lightweighted Bar Hill ran a big race, but Kugelhoff, as tough as nails, has been able to go home and win the Northern City Finance Queensland Cup. Numbers are 2, 16, 1 and 4. 2, 16, 1 and 4. Bar Hill, great performance from the mare. She tried very hard, and what about up the bid? He had 57.5. He went 3 deep from the 600. He tackled the leaders on the turn, and they got him, what, the last 40 or 50 metres. Geez, a racehorse up the bid. But Kugelhoff was just too good on the day.
Okay, the win of Kugelhoff, Johnny Powell, 10.90 the win, 3.10 the place. Colours that have been carried by many fine horses over the years. The pale green, the orange stripes. Remember a horse, Lazy Pat, who raced in the early 80s in Sydney. Bar Hill and up the bid, trifecta $878. I digress. Race 7 from Randwick. The Devil's Lair Handicap over the 1400 metres. As we head now to Ron Dufficy with the late mail in race 7.
Race 7 here at Randwick, numbers 1, 5, 11 and 10. Look, I'm going against my earlier theory here, being wary of backing horses with big weights on wet tracks. I'm going with the Class Runner Chuckle here. Very easy in the ring, but geez, I think she's got the quality to get over the top of this lot. Looking for dangers. Well, 5, Dream Beauty's had 1 run back from a spell. She's drawn beautifully here. I'm sure she'll go better today. Number 11, St Jessie, she's proven on the wet, much fitter for a couple of runs back, and another one to have drawn well. Specking on track for the John O'Shea trained Incarnation. You must respect that move. 1 on top, Chuckle, hardest to beat. 5, Dream Beauty, and 11, St Jessie.
Okay, Ron, 1, 5, 11 and 10. Next event.
The well-backed Incarnation, but it's Southern Rose running the favourite on track, heavily tried. Now Chuckle about to move in for Larry Cassidy. They're just about ready for a start. 1400 metres. The Devil's Lair Handicap. Southern Rose heavily backed. 4.30 St Jessie, 5.50 Southern Rose, 8.60 Incarnation. 790 My Check Chicken, 440 for Chuckle. They're off. And Empress Air and St Jessie both very tardy to begin. Fast out is Regal County, Erin B and Incarnation, the stablemate from the deep, began smartly. Apo Quality settles fourth, Dream Beauty inside of it. Southern Rose back on the fence in seventh spot. Then My Check Chick, St Jessie. Chuckle began well, but she's drifting back and a little wide from Empress Air and Val's Regard. Incarnation bustled to the front at the 1,000, went clear of Erin B by 2. Regal County third. Empress Air is dropping well back now. She's gone back to near the tail as Incarnation leads Erin B 3/4 down the side. Back on the rail, Regal County, Dream Beauty, and then Val's Regard in fifth spot. Outside of it is Apo Quality, 2.5 to My Check Chick around St Jessie, Empress Air, Chuckle, and last of all is Val's Regard. Leader running along at a good tempo, Incarnation before the bend. At the 500, 3/4 Erin B, 2 Regal County, Dream Beauty, 2 Apo Quality. Southern Rose under lock and key as My Check Chick comes to the outside. They're clear from St Jessie. Chuckle given a crack with the whip. Then Empress Air and last of all Val's Regard. Incarnation going strongly at the 300, led by more than a length on Erin B. 3 to Dream Beauty, whacking away Southern Rose. Then Apo Quality, but Incarnation's got a full head of steam up at the 150. 2 lengths in front of the stablemate Erin B. Southern Rose ran to third. It's Incarnation in front, kept going by Corey Brown. 3 for the day, and she's run them into the ground. Won it by 2.5 to Erin B. My Southern Rose third, St Jessie fourth. A long back gap away from the third horse. They were followed wider out by Val's Regard, Empress Air, Apo Quality, My Check Chick, Chuckle, Regal County and Dream Beauty. Incarnation going to the front and just running along and has run them ragged. Well tried on track on the tote, paying $6.70, defeating Erin B, ridden by Darren Beedman, and Southern Rose after settling back behind them. But the first two got away. They had it to themselves well and truly as they turned for home. And she's made it up into third spot. A photo for fourth. St Jessie is prominent in that photo, but was a long way back. Time is 1:24.33, 1:24.33. She was down the track here behind My Check Chick when not having the greatest of luck last time out after winning at Kembla Grange. Her fourth run this prep, and her first time she's been able to win at home in 2 outings. Numbers confirmed. It's 10, 6, 4 and 11. St Jessie getting fourth. 10, 6, 4, 11. And the TAB information coming through. The winner, number 10 Incarnation, $6.70 and $2.30. Second to number 6, that being Erin B at $5.20. And third Southern Rose, number 4 at $1.90. Exacta $89.30. Quinella $69.80. Trifecta $642.70. The first 4 has paid $3,103.20. The double on number 4, Garju Chief, and number 10, Incarnation, $120.
Thunder at $8.70 in the last event. 3 Shinkansen, $4.10. 5 Tag Jeux, $7.90. 7 Yuma Gold, $7.60. And the best of the others, $8.20 Miss Susie Q, Lifelong Dream at $8.80. Next at Eagle Farm Race 7, the Open Handicap over the 1,200 metres. Scratching number 12. Ratings have 3 Panzer, over 2 Dergiem, 4 Forever Amen, 8 Weijo, 3, 2, 4 and 8. In the update, you've got Make Mine Magic at $8.50, Dergiem at $9.80, Panzer $7.20, down to 8 Weijo at $5.80. To 9 Polenta, it's at 13. 13 Picaday at $7.10. 14 Star Groom at $13. Alan goes 8 Weijo to beat 5, 14, 6, 8, 5, 14, 6. Unitab first for Morfettville, 2, 3, 7, 8, $832.40. The treble, 1, 4, 2, $86.30. About to be called up for the last event from Caulfield. Shinkansen the favourite over Tag Jeux and Yuma Gold running third. Previous event, Marbine, Luke Curry successful over 5, no deposit, and 14 Buckingham for third. Thanks to Greg Miles. Here he is for race 8 at Caulfield.
Righto, Rod, the Swell Time Handicap named after the 1973 Caulfield Cup winner. And they're moving into the stalls now. Sonachi in the pink colours going up. Yuma Gold is locked in. Henpecked comes up into the gates. This is probably the most open race of the day, I'd say, looking at the betting here. Shinkansen holding favouritism on and off track, a little on the easy side on track, and you're certainly getting unders on the tote. Tag Jeux has been displaced as second favourite on track by Miss Susie Q. Sizzy M, number 2, has had some good support. You're shopping pretty well there. Tag Jeux lined in. Got a black cap for tags, your Lifelong Dream white with the green spots to distinguish those colours. She's a nice mare, this one, Sizzy M. Just struggled a bit in better company last time out. Sizzy M has gone in. Here's Miss Susie Q coming up in the light blue colours. She could just get an easy run on the pace here. Didn't look to be a lot of speed in the race. Lifelong Dream goes in. Muscadet is set. Shinkansen will be the last to get set. Big quaddy today, 129,669.40, 415 and 11. Silver Birch came out late. Buckingham ran as the sub in the final leg. Now they're all in. Tally Thunder just lifting in the air but settles. Ready and racing now. Yuma Gold up reasonably. Tally Thunder slow. Shinkansen will be ridden from the back, and Muscadet got back there too. Sizzy M and Miss Susie Q are headed now by Ballamoxie finding the lead. Sonachi settling up in fifth or fourth placing in the pink, and Tagjer's improving. Wild Rapid just behind them on the inside, and they're followed by Lifelong Dream. Shinkansen outside Yuma Gold. Then Henpick, Muscadet and Tally Thunder's last. They've climbed the hill. They top the rise at the 1200 metres. Ballamoxie has it leading narrowly. Tagjer is in second placing. Sizzy M third the inside of Sonachi. Then Wild Rapid, and on the outside of these horses in the blue colours, Miss Susie Q. 2 lengths further back, Lifelong Dream outside Yuma Gold. Shinkansen is wide, and they're followed then by Henpeck, Tally Thunder, Muscadet as last. Having gone quickly by the 1,000, Ballamoxie setting her own tempo leading Tagjer. Sizzy M third on the inside with Sonachi, and then more than 2 lengths away Miss Susie Q. Wild Rapid the inside trailed Shinkansen, who's wide. Yuma Gold pulling on the rails. Then as they came up the side of the course, on the outside of that one is Lifelong Dream, and then Henpecked towards the end Tally Thunder. Muscadet trails the field. Ballamoxie leading Tagjer in the run up the side past the 600. Sizzy M's had the dream run. Sonachi around, and then Wild Rapid, followed by Miss Susie Q. Coming up towards the turn, Shinkansen next. She's been wide all the way. Yuma Gold trying to work into it from away from the inside, but she's held up coming towards the corner, where Ballamoxie, who's been beautifully rated, will corner for Matt Pumper against the fence in front of Sizzy M, who sees daylight. On the outside now, Sonachi starting to stretch into her work nicely, and then Wild Rapid, Yuma Gold and Miss Susie Q. Ballamoxie in front of Sizzy M, Wild Rapid, Sonachi and Yuma Gold. 50 to go, and now Wild Rapid sprinting hard, moves up, grabs the lead, and it's Wild Rapid for the money, winning it by a length. Maybe Yuma Gold from Ballamoxie for second and third. Photo finish. Sizzy M won battered in the straight for fourth. And then came Sonachi, didn't finish a race off. And then Miss Susie Q. Tally Thunder, Henpeck, Shinkansen, who's trapped wide all the way. Lifelong Dream, Muscadet and Tagjer dropped out last. Placings in the last, and we've wrapped it up with another outsider. It's been a bit tough for the punters late in the day, what with Largo in the 6th. Marbine in the previous, and this one at double figure odds as well. Wild Rapid, 27.60 and 7.10. Broke through at Bendigo last time out when Michelle Payne jumped on board. She was good odds that day and rose in grade this afternoon. Darren Gouch on board, and she's been a bit strong over the final stages after a nice trail. Here's second, 7 Yuma Gold. Craig Newitt is second, and 8 Ballamoxie, ridden by Matt Pumper, was third. 10, 7 and 8 official, and fourth in was number 2 Sizzy M. So 10, 7, 8 and 2, and 15 was number 4 Sonachi.
Okay, Greg, thank you. Greg Miles with all the action from Caulfield and Wild Rapid. Darren Gouchy successful winners there. Joel Hallams took the first with Carlton Spirit. Craig Newitt the second with Luna Spur. Third event, Bulbasaur, Chris Simons. Fourth went to El Mays, Jay Winks. Fifth event with Tazazman, Damien Oliver. Sixth event to Largo, Patrick Payne. Luke Curry took the 7th with Milkshake, and the last event to Darren Gouchy with Wild Rapid. Details appearing on screen for the last event from Caulfield. Now, correct weight after the previous event from Morfettville, 2-3.
Been a great place to be. Halls of Assembly moving in. Now the last few coming up. Murengo comes up. Daltans, Viking Dancer, Royal Theatre and Blue Patriarch to be the last to move in. We're just about ready for the running of the last race at headquarters. Sunshine Sam runs the favourite. Corey Brown shooting for 4 winners for the day. At $2.60, Sunshine Sam. Outward displacement a drifter on track at $5.20. Astro Flash well back $6.40. Scenic Booms had good support to $13. Dial Tones at $12. $9 Impreza short of the Tate. Ready to jump now. Last of the day, Sunshine Sam, the fave. A stand is one moving out wide. Impreza could be on the move. Balance up again. Stand by. Starter holes. Gates are back, broken a good line, bar Dial Tones, missed it by 3 or 4. Blue Patriarch out the back door, outward display flew the gate straight to the lead. Mirengo quickly away and Sunshine Sam came out running, takes up a good spot, third on the fence. Viking Dancer going forward as they settle down. Then Scenic Boom, Astro Flash, the rail and Halls of Assembly in the centre. 2 to Royal Theatre, Impreza, Blue Patriarch, and Dial Tones has caught them up last. Inside the 1200, Mirengo goes to the clear lead. Out by 2, outward display, Sunshine Sam on the fence, a length away, Viking Dancer. 1 back, Astro Flash, a length and a half, Scenic Boom around Halls of Assembly from Royal Theatre, Impreza. Second last is Dial Tones out a bit deep going forward, and Blue Patriarch whipped them in. Mirengo leads coming down the side at the 850. The mare outward display in close attendance. 1.5 to Sunshine Sam. Gun running the fence. 3/4 Viking Dancer. 2 away is Astro Flash inside of Scenic Boom. Halls of Assembly under pressure. Royal Theatre on the rail from Dial Tones. Impreza and Blue Patriarch brought up the rear. At the 600, Mirengo in front, but he's under a bit of pressure. Outward display's about to go up and lay it down on the outside. Viking Dancer 3 wide. Sunshine Sam sweating on a run desperately from Astro Flash, Scenic Boom, Dial Tones, and Royal Theatre heads the others. Outward display goes after Mirengo and quickly raced up with Viking Dancer. Sunshine Sam's 2 away. He's trying to pick up. Scenic Boom's coming with a big run and Blue Patriarch steaming down the outside. Sunshine Sam got cut out. Scenic Boom hit the lead at the 150. Scenic Boom in front of Blue Patriarch. Sam's back to the fence finishing hard, but it's Scenic Boom in front of Sunshine Sam. Scenic Boom kept going, pulls off a plunge. Scenic Boom has won it from Sunshine Sam. He should have won. He had no luck. Blue Patriarch third. A photo between Viking Dancer, Dial Tones next from Outward Display and Royal Theatre right there. Then Impreza, Astro Flash, Halls of Assembly, and the early leader, Mirengo, was run last. Number 6, Scenic Boom. Well tried first run for the new stable for David Payne. Back off the speed, going after Outward Display, who'd collared Viking Dancer. And then Blue Patriarch came with his charge. Sunshine Sam got balked in the home straight, and he just had no luck, although Pollard does sit up the last little bit on Scenic Boom, and he's raced home to win it in a time of 1:38.9. 1:38.9. Now on track he was well tried. He had firmed up $8 at one stage. He has still paid better on the tote at $13.20 as opposed to what his actual starting price is. Sunshine Sam has run second. I don't know if he was that happy in the going, to be honest with you, Sunshine Sam. His run, nevertheless, was still pretty good. Third prize going to number 11, that was Blue Patriarch, and fourth going to number 3, that being Dial Tones. He's put up a good effort after missing the kick. He's missed it by 3. Numbers confirmed on the last, 6, 7, 11, 3. 6, 7, 11 and 3 is the tote information. Scenic Boom, $13.20 and $3.20. Sunshine Sam at $1.40, and Blue Patriarch getting third, returning $4.
Start Belmont win over Glitzy Show. Horses won 7 from 29 with 11 minor placings. True Steel, who's finished second its last 2 in Welter Company and then finished second behind Desert Dreamer in the Gold Cup listed event 2 weeks ago. 11 King Canute, $6.80, coming off a last start Belmont win over Shotgun Kid, only by a neck. Horses won 5 from 19 with 3 minor placings. Jason Whiting for Lou Luciani. Next event from Albion Park is race 2, the RS Crawford Stakes, listed race for the 3-year-olds and upwards, and then the feature event, the RJ Peters Stakes, Group 3, 95th running. Here's Darren McCauley, race 5 at Belmont.
Starter onto his ladder. Conspirator with his head in the stall of Keltis for a moment, straightens. Racing now, and Desert Dreamer and Conspirator brushed together at the start. Keltis was amongst the first to move, and Staples is sending Alibi Bay across the face of the field in company with True Steel. Over on the inside, Jaunty Lad will settle into a nice position from Keltis. Just behind them, Desert Dreamer. Bold Mirage out there a little wide in the run down to the judge the first time. Conspirator's inclined to pull a touch back in the field outside of Shulis, and then came King Canute. Mercedario settling on his inside, and last is Kildarn. True Steel took over over. Assume control heading to the first crossing. 1,600 metres out the Tats Cup and leads by a length Alibi Bay. Jaunty Lad well placed on the fence running third. Then 2 lengths to Keltis loping along fourth. 1.5 to Desert Dreamer travelling fifth on the outside. From on the rails Free at Last. And then 1.5 Bold Mirage. They're being followed back on the inside by Shoeless Conspirator tugging his way up between horses. Still just tending to pull a touch here in running. Followed by King Canute, Mercedario and Kildare is last. 1,200 metres to travel down the back and True Steel in front bowling along. This is where he really likes to run. Out 3/4 of a length on Alibi Bay. On the rails running third Jaunty Lad followed by Keltis enjoying a good run just behind the pace. 1.5 to Desert Dreamer, followed back on the inside by the Northern Cup winner Free at Last, shaded by the stablemate Bold Mirage, and splitting them is Conspirator. On the fence Shoeless, Mercedario behind those when they go to the turn out of the back, and King Canute got planted 3 deep, 800 from the judge, and last is Kildare. Along the side of the course by the 700, and True Steel trying to lead all the way in the Tats Cup, led 1/2 to 3/4 of a length. Over Alibi Bay, Keltis is now being worked on, going up running third, Desert Dreamer going around him. Wider out Bold Mirage when they turn the corner. 1.5 Free at Last, sneaking up just behind those in front of Conspirator, which is under the stick straightening, and King Canute coming right to the outside, balancing up, and Keltis. Alibi Bay come out after True Steel, but True Steel kicks, and with 200 to go, it's True Steel from Keltis. Down the outside, King Canute, Bold Mirage, and Free at Last is now starting to put in the long strides. It's Keltis and Free at Last going to True Steel. Free at Last the outside from Keltis. The 2 Evans-owned horses come to the line together, and Free at Last got up to win. Wonderful performance. Free at Last, just one from Keltis. True Steel behind them with Shoeless. Desert Dreamer, next home Kildare, Mercedario. Then came King Canute, followed by Alibi Bay, Bold Mirage, Jaunty Lad and Conspirator amongst the tail enders. Well, she hasn't started for a month. She won the Northern Cup off a month's break. She's now won the Tattersalls Cup off a month's break. And Free at Last has made it 4 straight wins. Grand effort by the Senor Pete mare, trained by Alan Matthews, giving the stable a double. Both horses owned by Mrs. J.M. Evans. They've come away. Keltis battling back to run second. True Steel, which attempted to lead all the way, has held on for third. Grand effort by this wonderful mare, Free at Last. 6 wins from 14 starts. And a lovely ride by Troy Turner. From barrier 1, just allowed her to drop back near the inside. She got off and started to work into it down the side of the course. Keltis hitting the front shortly after straightening, with True Steel kicking, going with him fleetingly. Keltis hitting the lead, but then Free at Last chiming in and grabbing Keltis right on the line. Margins coming to hand. Okay, we'll stand by. Okay, Bradley, yes. Right. Aaron Spatirion.
$72. Next event coming up from Albion Park Race 2, the MO over the 20. Here's Darren for Race 6.
Jan drawn the inside. Lights are on. Set to run in the Crawford Stakes. 1,200 the journey. Red Hadigan steadies in the centre. Roman Arch stands well. One of the attendants getting up into the gates. Racing now, though, and Caprats won the start. Cento jumped away quickly at His Secret Remedy, burning over now to head them off shortly after the start. Devil's Dance will track him. And then came Catian, followed by Stocky Jean, Red Hadigan and Roman Arch getting back with Fort Lavinia, Mercury Halo, and last is Double Jewel. Hitting the back turn at the 900, Secret Remedy shows the way. By a length on Devil's Dance, striding up quickly to City's flanks, and Cento restrained in behind the speed is third outside of Caprats, getting up into a good posse on the fence. 2 lengths away to Catian, followed on the rails by Stocky Jean, then Red Hadigan 3 deep and being asked to go forward by Preble. On the fence, Double Jewel strung up inside of the Toorak winner, Roman Arch from Mercury Halo, and last is Fort Lavinia. Around the corner, 400 to travel. Miller hasn't let Secret Remedy off the bit yet. He's about to ask him to go. On the outside, Devil's Dance second. Here's Cento, and just behind those looking for the way clear, Caprats 2 lengths to Catian. Stocky Jean, and further back Mercury Halo. Devil's Dance gets to Secret Remedy. Down the outside comes Catian. Devil's Dance hits the front. Stocky Jean, Catian jumping out of the ground. Stocky Jean and Catian. Catian, Stocky Jean split the line together. Not really sure. Devil's Dance third the rail from Red Hannigan running on, and Roman Arch making up ground when it was all over from Cento and Caprat. Secret Remedy died on his run. Then Double Jewel, Mercury Halo and Fort Lavinia last in. Great finish here in the Crawford. Stocky Jean and Catian. Nearly a dead heat. Catian the outside. Jason Miller, Stocky Jean, Troy Turner. They grabbed Devil's Dance, so it was some of the lightly weighted brigade that have come away to fight it out. Catian is on the outside. He may just get the right bob in on the line, but there's nothing in this at all. His head is going down. And a very good run just behind those. Roman Arch from a railway point of view next Saturday. Got out and finished on pretty strongly when the race was all over.
So it's a photo finish, a very tight photo too. Catian has the advantage.
49, and I expect her to go all right. She does do a few things wrong. She could beat herself, but hopefully she won't do too much wrong and she might get away with it tonight.
Get the chockies, eh? Good on you, Barry. Best of luck. Barry Lazzarini, who prepares best pins. Race 1, number 1.
9, 6, 2 and 1. Was the second split, 30.52, and the first sectional 5.14. About to move up for the 7th event from Belmont. You've got Modem, number 6. 30 starts for 8 wins, 10 minor placings, including placings at Belmont, in particular a second in the Lestier Group 2 event behind Early Express.
3 level. And the starter hits the button now. They're away and racing. Dropping back soon after Modem, the Grey Cardinal and Dedicated Miss cutting to the back of the field. King's Arch was the first away and going quickly as Sir Bollinger. Deadeye Dick rushing around the outside, going up into the back from Shane's Boy. Kames Hope settling on the fence, just having to steady off heels. Mr. Tanzania fired up is around the outside very quickly from Crimson Secura, then Kensal Bay on the fence. A length away, Eutechnic midfield. On the rails, Modem, 3/4 of a length exit lane, followed by Mogul. The Grey Cardinal and Kim Lisa next, 1,100 metres to go from main stage, and last is Dedicated Miss. Under 1,000 metres to go in the Peters Stakes, and the South Australian King's Arch shows the way to the top turn at the 950 by a length and a half. Sir Bollinger second. Deadeye Dick is third over on the outside, travelling up well from on the fence. Kames Hope 3/4, then Shane's Boy, Mr. Tanzania running 6th, but out there 3 deep down the side and a length and a half. Kensal Bay, he's pushing off the fence ahead of the mare Crimson Secura coming to the turn. 2 lengths to Modem, a length and a half to Eutechnic and Exit Lane, followed by Mogul and the Grey Cardinal at the 450. Then came Kim Lisa, Dedicated Miss and Main Stage. Look at them fan for home though. King's Arch straightened up, Kensal Bay chiming in quickly from Deadeye Dick. They've raced away from Crimson Secura. Modem starting to run on strongly. Modem at the 200 goes out after Kensal Bay, hits the front, draws away from them. Modem burst clear and he's got the race shot to pieces. Kensal Bay, Deadeye Dick, then Crimson Secura, but Modem blitzes them. Modem by 2.5 lengths. Very tight for second between Mogul flashing through late, Crimson Secura, Kensal Bay or Deadeye Dick. Then came Eutechnic, followed home by Dedicated Miss. Mr. Tanzania battled on from Shane's Boy, the Grey Cardinal. Sir Bollinger well back with King's Arch, Kames Hope, Exit Lane and Main Stage. And near the tail, pulling up is Kim Lisa.
Treble to Paul Harvey. Modem taking out the RJ Peters Stakes. $4.70 the winner, $1.90 for the place. Photo finish for the minors. 6 into photo after race 7 at Bell.